Hi, I'm Ashley Jackson. If you've ever thought of painting, why not join me in my group? For the next few weeks, we're going to take you into some of the prettiest landscapes in this region. Painting with me today are Becky Platt, who works in the fashion industry and who hasn't been painting since leaving school. Alan Truman, a waterboard official who's been painting for a couple of years. And Kathleen Meller, recently retired, who paints for a hobby. Hi, it's a grey day here in Hebden Bridge, but we're going to make it nice and bright. But I'd like to show you before we start what I do. That's a cellophane blue sheet, and that makes it into a very blue, cold day. The day is very grey, so we're going to turn it and use a orangey sheet. And as you look through there, it'll brighten the whole thing up. Now that's what we're going to work to. And our key colour today is going to be raw sienna. That means to say, whatever we paint in that scene there, we're going to add that little bit of raw sienna, like salt to food. Just a little sparkle of it. Sparkle that whole thing up there. So what we have to do first now is spot our eye level. Our eye level then, we put it in here. Hard line. Now don't let the water, river, canal or anything go above your eye level. If it goes above your eye level, then you need to have it as a waterfall. So that's our eye level. And that's going to be the banking side of the other side. And we're going to bring the towpath in from there. Come down to there. So all horizontal lines below your eye level seem to go up to meet it. And wherever it meets it, it's a vanishing point. See the houses, the terrace houses in the distance? They're going down. Look at the roof line there. Keep your verticals vertical. Those are vertical. But then your terrace house roof lines there are going down. And where they meet on this line here, which is your eye level line, wherever they meet on there, it's called a vanishing point. One of the difficult things is to look out there and you see loads of buildings, many, many windows, and all the trees. Well, don't get frightened of all that. What you have to do is to simplify it. Enjoy it. You're here to enjoy it. It's not an A-level course. Take it up here. Don't do too much detail. I've always thought of Hebden Bridge, it's a lovely place. It's a hideaway, you know. It's a lovely hideaway. Our only problem is this. This is going to be the canal. I'm going to say to you, look at the picture here. You go along here on the canal, on the water there in the canal, and it's going to take us out of the picture. Now we don't want that. We want your eye to come back into the picture. So we're going to use artist's license, and the trees here, the bushes on the right-hand side of the towpath, we're going to bring back in. So we're going to say, please look at my picture, but then we want to have a block there to stop you from going out of it, and we'll just have the towpath just vanishing there, but not going around the corner there. We don't want to have all that green. You see, that's overpowering. The trees are overpowering. It's a big hill. We want to have some sky in it. We must have some sky. So you can see the hillside drops down on the top there, all those trees on it drops down. So let's drop it down there and make it come up again. We're now composing a picture instead of just doing what we see. We've got now to say, where's the light coming from? And the light to me is coming from my right-hand side. Right-hand side, top right-hand side. So we'll put the arrow in here where the light's coming from. Arrow in there. Whatever that arrow hits is light. Where it misses, these gable ends here it's missing, is dark. So that barge, as you can see it now, is shining on the right-hand side and dull at the back end of the barge. I'm just going to put in the builder's yard there with the stone and that. That's your fence there. Take it across and we can have some bushes there around the water's edge. Now we're ready for painting. I'll just put that other bush in there. See what you're doing now, Becky. Yeah, that's all right. Your composition's right. But what's happening to these terrace houses here? You see the angle you've got them? If you carry, they're too steep. If you carry on, they're going to end up, the windows are going to be in the water, aren't they? Yeah. But that's okay because you've got your horizontal lines coming down to your eye level, which is here, to your canal. But that's not too bad. Hi, Alan.
Hello, Ash.
Let's see. No, that's not
I seem to be struggling a bit with it, though.
Go on, you tell me and then I'll tell you.
It's the vanishing point that's confusing me. Because I think I'm doing the same as Becky, in a way, coming down. Am I coming down too sharp?
Too steep. If you have a look at the buildings there, it's about there, so they should go on a bit further.
Yeah.
Yours are so steep that it looks as though there's a flood, isn't it? It's flooding. You know, the water's gushing down here and it's flooded all that. So it's same as Becky's.
Yeah.
Hi, Kathleen.
Right, how am I doing?
Yeah. Now, your composition is the same as the others. Now, what we're going to talk about is your boat here, your barge. You see, that's your banking side there, isn't it? As well as your eye level line you've chosen.
Yes.
But the problem is that you've made that boat, if that's your banking side, your boat, your barge, is below water then, isn't it? The deck should come above, just above there. Come up there. That's where your deck should come from, shouldn't it?
Yes.
And then your boat will sit in your barge will sit in the water then. That line there takes it as though it's sinking.
Yes, I'm with it, yes.
It takes it as though it's sinking. Here we go. Sky in first. Don't forget that the light's coming from over there. Now, we set a key colour to warm it up, and the key colour is going to be raw sienna. Raw sienna. Nearly lost my voice then. Put it in there. Nice and light. Nice and weak. Just raw sienna on its own. Nice and weak. Hold your brush facing uphill. The reason being that if you held it facing down, it'll run. All that will run down your paper. So hold your brush facing uphill. So let's put the houses in raw sienna, very light. Vertical strokes to give you the feeling that the house is standing up. Don't do horizontal strokes because the house will lie down. Let's then do the roofs. Leaving a white outline round. So where two dark colours meet, we leave a bit of light. Look at your towpath, little touch of raw sienna all the way on. As you come forward, you can have more colour and less water. Now, look at the water. It's not blue, but what you have to give is the impression that there is some blue in it because it's reflecting the sky. And you have to paint your water in very lightly. Even though you see it dark, get it very light to begin with, because you can always put dark on top. So let's go. The water, raw sienna, just little touches there. Don't forget again, we're going horizontal at right angles. If you went down, like so, or across at an angle, your water's going to look as though it's going to be taking a corner. But it wants to look nice and peaceful and flowing very, very gently. Now that's your water in. All I'm doing now is cutting in the background to shape the foreground. That's watercolour painting. That's your barge there, so we're shaping it round. Put some yellow in for those trees there, those bushes. Yellow privet bushes there, privets. Now the exciting part where I want to put in is the water down there. We put in the raw sienna, the warm colours in the beginning. So we've got them in, we've got the foundation. Now what we need to do is bring a little bit of the blue of the sky and then drop it into the water. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put the blue on first. So it's Prussian blue and ultramarine blue. Dip in there so you don't get too much colour on. Now you see the colour there? Clean water. Take it across. Larger brush. Change your brushes, don't make do. Take it down. That's a wash brush. That's a squirrel hairbrush. Take it down, and you'll see that the raw sienna we put on earlier on is now coming through the blue and making it nice and warm. Now when you put the colour on, don't follow the river or the canal down like so. If you did, you're going to have the river going uphill. Take it at right angles. Bring it down here. Leaving patches. You see I've left areas here, look. That's to give you your reflections. This is the trick. Here we have a chisel edge brush. You can see what we need to do is to take the water out. So all we do is squeeze it. There you are. Squeeze it out. Then the moist brush, vertical strokes down, pulling the colour you've put on to give you your reflections and shadows. We're now going to paint the barge, the hull of the barge. Now, leave a light there. See that light there? We're going to leave that in. That's the base of the barge, and then we're going to put the reflection of the barge in, leaving that light, a little pin line all the way around. Now we're going to do the shaded side of the barge, which is this piece here. You can just see the rudder. I wish you couldn't, because I don't like painting rudders. It'd be a right rudder mess. Yeah, here we go. And I'm going to show you a mistake I've done. It's a poor tutor who holds back. So I'm going to show you my mistake. See, I've come down from up there, so I'm above that line. That's the line. From there to there, that's the line of the hull, and I've gone above. So you don't panic. Get that chisel edge brush there. And what we're going to do, we've got to act fast. Leave your fingers free. Leave your fingers free, those two fingers free. Water acts as a rubber up there. Take it away and pull out again now. Don't let anybody tell you can't make mistakes with watercolour. You can make mistakes. There. Wash it out. Now, common sense will tell you I can't go around that area until it's dry. So let's go on for the green of the barge. Don't make it the green it is. Can I say something to you all? We've scaled down the buildings, we've scaled down the canal to put it into this paper here. If you're going to scale the subject down, then you should scale your colour down as well. So we're going for the green. Don't make it that sort of green, that it's too bottle green, too fierce, too vivid. Cadmium yellow, Prussian blue, together. Now we shape it. Look at it and say, Mother, what do I do? Right, here we go. Vertical strokes there. We're only putting in the washers of that barge at the moment. We're not putting in the detail, just put in the washers. Now look at that. It's a moving scene here. Don't try painting that in now, saying, well, I'll try and put the boat in here. Because once you do that, you're going to end up in a lunatic asylum. And so am I. So forget that boat. But isn't it lovely seeing all life moving by? Come on, you're all right. Come through. You can only go by if you like my picture. You like it, dear? Oh. It's going to rain as well, isn't it? Oh, no, we're trying to race this. All done in like 5 minutes, you know. Now we're on the homeward bound stroke. Don't forget, the light up there is coming down there from those two arrows down here. So this side of the tree is in shadow. I'm really enjoying this today. Lovely day. What is life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. Look at that. Nice. Who cares what the critics think about it? It's how much you've enjoyed it, you know, when you go out painting. Always paint to please yourself. Don't paint to please anybody else. People tend to think it's a lonely life, an artist's life, but it isn't, you know. How you meet all sorts. There you go. My mother-in-law across there. I think it's a duck. Yeah, geese or ducks or whatever. I thought it was my mother saying, I told you he couldn't paint. Come down. Vertical strokes again. It's laughing at me now. Vertical strokes. Aye. My mother used to say to her friends, our Ashley's never worked in his life, you know. Never had a proper job. Now, dry brush. Take it up from there and flick upwards. You have to have ballet lessons for this game, you know. Have a look what you're doing, right? Again. And as you go into the distance, weaker, lighter. Let's just darken that there so you... Right. I'd say that's about it then. I'd call that a day. Yeah, Becky, now, what you're having troubles with is the colour. It's a bit too loud, isn't it? Mm. I heard you say that your canal looked like the M6. Well, it doesn't. Look, come on, let's help you. Easiest thing in the world to criticise you. Look, all you need to do is put your colour in there. What you've done there, you've come down this way, haven't you? Mm. You've been brushing it. You've been following those edges there, don't. Look at the water, look at the reflections. They're going from the boat, from that, as they're going out at right angles. And you'll see that your river, your water, your canal will begin to lie down. Love. So that's all right. As I say, it's the easiest thing in the world to criticise. Now all you do then, feather your brush out, pull down some vertical strokes. Not all over, just give a suggestion. No. And then cut some of those out now. Hi, Al.
No, be careful what you say here because you're a bit near that canal. You might end up swimming.
I know.
Go on.
I know. So I'll be careful, I'll be careful, yeah. No, I'm not going to have a laugh. And the most difficult thing to do is nothing, right? And I'll give you your nothing. This piece up here,
yeah.
And you look at the trees, there's nothing there, right? And this piece down here.
Yeah.
You loved doing this, didn't you?
Right.
You loved doing all that because you can see that's ready-made, that's a subject and it's a solid. But this is nothing. You can't catch it, you see, it will run through your hands. And up here as well, and you look at the trees up there, there's nothing there. So all you need to do, can I just help you, Alan? Just help you. I'm not going to destroy that. That blue is too vivid, right? That blue's too vivid. That's right. Prussian, ultra. Now, what you've done here, you've just done that sort of thing, haven't you? Well, no, just take the shapes, you see. Twist. Twist your brush. Take a valley down there. You see the valleys of the trees. They're not all going in one direction. Now then, Kathleen.
Same old problem.
I'll let you finish that off first. Now, what's your same old problem? Go on.
Depth of colour. I always, as I say, seem to be on the pale side, and yet whenever I sort of build up on it, as you tell us to do, I'm always afraid of getting that muddy look.
There's nothing wrong with that. It wants to be 3 more stages on, right?
Yes.
The only thing is, it's confidence. I think that's about it now. Let's put the frame on and see what it looks like with the frame.